Damn, I look like I'm about to be out, right? I got to go to sleep face right now, but I ain't even sleeping. It's 1:36 in the morning right now, and I'm still recording. I was just putting together a list of the video games that I played growing up. You know, off the top of my head, are the games that I played growing up. The only ones that I can think of. I played a lot of shit growing up, but these is a lot of games on this fucking list. Believe me when I tell you. But what's going on, America? It's your boy J.Honovi, and welcome back to Reminiscing with Jay. And in this episode of Reminiscing with Jay, what is this? Episode 12? Yeah. In this episode, we're gonna talk about the games that I played growing up. You know, I'm talking early 2000s. You know, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, and PlayStation 1. Not PS2, because the PS2 didn't come out until 2004. No, 2003. I'm tripping. PS2 didn't come out until 2003. I mean, at least that's when I got it. But PS2 didn't come out until 2003. PS1 came out in 2001. Sega Genesis, I think that came out before. Which one came out first, the Sega Genesis or the N64? I think that. When did that come out? Did that come out in 2000? Did that come out in 1990? No. Never mind. It actually came out in 1996. I remember now, if not 95, because they had some games that came out in 97. So I think it came out in 1996. I haven't seen any games yet that came out in 1995. Well, 1996. I've seen a lot of games that came out in 1997 and 98. You know what I'm saying? So the N64 came out in 1996. If I'm correct. The Sega Genesis came out in 1999. Or 98. I might be wrong. No. I think the system came out in 1997. Because they got games that came out in 98, you know. They got NFL Madden 98, which I had fun playing, even though I was ass at the game. But anyway, I'm going to get to that one in a second. We're going to start. Should I start from the top or should I start from the bottom? I'm going to start from the bottom because this is PS1 games that I really don't give a fuck about now. That I don't really play anymore. We're going to start from the bottom. We're going to go from fun games to the games that we had the most fun playing. And this is out of order as well. So for PS1 games, you got NFL Game Day 98. You got Need for Speed V-Rally 2. You got GTA 2. Spyro. Rayman. I forgot to add that. Even though I had... No, I haven't really played Rayman on PS1. It was actually on PS2. So I'm going to keep that out. So, minus Rayman. But NFL Game Day 98. Need for Speed V-Rally 2, GTA 2, Spyro, WCW versus the World, WCW NWO Thunder, WWF Attitude, WWF Warzone, WWF SmackDown, and WWF SmackDown 2, Know Your Role. Alright? Now, out of all these games, the game that I played the most was GTA 2 and Spyro. Every time my cousin Bobby came over to my house, he would always bring Spyro, and we would always play that game together. You know what I'm saying? By myself, I would always play GTA 2. You know what I'm saying? Mama didn't like when I played that game, and back in the day, I didn't even call it GTA. I called it stealing car game, because that's all I did was stole cars and shot people up. I mean, who didn't do that, man? Nobody knew the game was called GTA 2. Who the fuck called it GTA back in the day? Who the fuck called it Grand Theft Auto back in the day? I didn't call it Grand Theft Auto 2 or GTA 2. I called it a stealing car game because that's all I fucking did. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about GTA 2 is we never know what the fuck the guns was. And back then, we didn't even know any fucking cheat codes. We didn't even know cheat codes existed. I mean, this is the 90s and early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know cheat codes existed. And if you wanted to find a gun, them motherfuckers be like way off in the corner somewhere. Motherfuckers be on top of the steps and shit. You know, if you want the big guns like the assault rifles and the rocket launchers, them motherfuckers be on top of buildings and shit. And there'd be no way to get on the fucking buildings because there were no helicopters in that game. You couldn't fly in that game. And they damn sure didn't have no jetpacks. We didn't get the first jetpack until San Andreas, which came out 2004. Now, there's going to be a part 2 to this video. Video games that I played growing up. I'm going to talk more about I'm going to add some more Nintendo 64 games, more Sega Genesis games, more PS1 games, and then I'll roll on to PS2 games, and then that'll be it for that series. I mean, not for that series, for that video. But I'm going to do that one another day. Next video is going to be about sitcoms that I watched growing up. Black sitcoms, not white sitcoms. Well, you know what? I do white sitcoms too. Black and white sitcoms. It's just going to be sitcoms that I watched growing up. Minus cartoons. Alright? But yeah. But GTA 2, even though I hated Skyview, I still have fun playing the game. Still have fun running from the cops. I still find it hilarious that every time you try to break into a cop car, the door's always locked. Especially when they're driving. You see 2 cops in the car. You just go to the car. You try to open the door. The door is always locked. As soon as they get out, you kill the shit out of them, just beat their ass and take the car and then run away. Now, that was my favorite way to actually get a gun. Because, in every GTA game, GTA 2, 3, 4, Vice City, San Andreas, and even GTA 5. Ain't lost in the damn Battle of the Daytona. Every GTA that came out, every time you get into a cop car, you get a shotgun because it's always in the back seat. And that was my favorite way to get a gun. And I always used a shotgun in GTA 2. I would always use an SMG because I always found those by the steps. Those are a pistol. You know what I'm saying? I never try to climb on buildings and try to get a rocket launcher. I never used a rocket launcher in GTA 2. And if my GTA 2 wasn't broke, then I'll be playing that right now on the PS1. PS1. On the PS3. Because you can actually play PS1 games on the PS3 Slim. Which is kind of fucked up because you can't even play the PS2 games on there. How can I play a PS1 game, but I can't play a PS2 game? I gotta buy a fat ass PS3, the original PS3, to do that. Fuck no. I'm gonna save up my money that I make on YouTube. Right now I got $1.70, I think. Or $1.20. I'm gonna save up my money. I get paid April 30th, and I probably have like $10 by then. But I'm gonna save up my money, and I'm gonna give me a PS2 controller, one that's not, expensive, one that's cheap. A regular DualShock 2 controller. You know what I'm saying? They be having all these modded out controllers and shit, turbo controllers and shit like that. I don't want that, man. I don't. I was pissed when my father got me this for the PS3. When I need a new controller, when I tell you that I need a controller and you go and get me a new controller, I expect you to go get me the regular DualShock controller. I don't want no shit like this so you can complain when it gets broke. Like the Afterglow controller that I got for Christmas 2 years ago, my mama still complaining about that to this day because I didn't lose my sister. My 4-year-old sister, who was 3 at the time, lost the goddamn USB thing to it. And I don't know where the fuck it is to this day. Probably threw it in the trash by accident when I was taking it out. I don't even know what the fuck it is. And now it don't work because my 2-year-old brother kept putting it in his mouth. That controller is like $100. Why the fuck you buying me these expensive ass controllers if all you gotta do is complain about it? Like, come the fuck on, man. And this controller, I think it was like $75. I don't know. This is a rock candy controller, by the way. And these things is not cheap. I might be exaggerating when I say $75. It might be like $60. But that's how much I pay for these video games. I'm not gonna pay for a controller that's a video game price. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Spyro was a fun game. I love Spyro. Even though I don't remember a lot of things from Spyro, I know that Spyro was like a little mini dragon. He was he's like a little mini dragon. Like the little thing on Free Roams. Spyro was a little mini purple dragon with green spots. I think he had this little one thing coming out the back of his head. I'm still trying to visualize what it looked like because I don't remember everything about Spyro. I haven't played that shit in like, almost 15 years? Oh, damn. Because I was 4 when I played that shit. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I still have fun playing that game. And I'm 19 now. So, yeah. But yeah, enough about Spyro. NFL Game Day 98. I was ass at that game. I ain't give a fuck, though, because I didn't know shit about football. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know whose team I was on. I just picked a random ass team. I didn't know whose team I was on. I mean, even when the other team scored, I still cheered because I didn't give a fuck. When I was getting scored on, I was getting shitted on, but I would always cheer like I won. I would always act like I won. You know what I'm saying? That's how all little kids. That's what all little kids do. That's what we all did back in the day. Go back and play these games nowadays, you lose your fucking mind. Like Chase when he played Mike Tyson's knockout or punch out, whatever the fuck the name of that game is. I played that game and I lost my fucking mind. I got knocked out the first 5 seconds of the round with Mike Tyson. Oh man. I played that shit back in the day. I didn't give a fuck. I just kept trying. Back in the day, you kept trying. Nowadays, you lose your fucking mind playing those same games you had fun playing back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like V-Rally 2. I lost my fucking mind because I lost every goddamn race. Only won like a minimum of 2 races. I'm not going to say the game is ass. The maps were ass. But I love playing the game nonetheless. Same NFL game day in 98. Even though I kept losing, I didn't give a fuck. I had an MLB baseball game that I don't really know. I think it was MLB 98. I don't know what the fuck the name of the game was, but the game was fun as hell until it broke. I don't know if I left that at my cousin's house. I don't know what the fuck I did with it. But I had fun playing the game. Then you got these wrestling games. You got WCW versus the World. I have played that a lot growing up. Even though the game was boring, the game is dry as hell. There's no real music in the game. There's no entrances. There's nothing. But the characters, the superstars in the game. I loved the superstars, because I was a big fan of WCW, 1997, 98, 99. I love WCW all the way to 2001. 2001 is when it started losing its edge. But I liked it up to 2000. 2001 is when they started feuding with WWE and that dumbass invasion angle. I used to like it, but then I look back at it. It was dumb as hell, man. Just like when WWE tried to feud with TNA in the Monday Night Wars Reloaded, when they came on at the same time back in 2006. This shit was, man, we had to flip back and forth through the channel like, not this shit again, man, not this shit again. Remember we did that shit back in the day, flip back and forth through the channels with Monday Nitro and Monday Night Raw. The motherfuckers would come on at the same time. We always wanted to know what was next. And every time we flipped back through one channel, we'd always miss what was on the other channel, I hated that shit. That's why I hated the invasion angle. I liked it, but then again, I didn't like it. I'm saying, but yeah, WCW versus the World game was ass. Did I have fun? Did I have fun playing it? Not really. Same goes for WCW NWO Thunder. That game is ass. They be cheating like shit on that game. Both of those games is ass. In reality, all the WCW games were ass. For real. WWF had the best games. Like WWF Attitude. I like how they would talk shit before the match even started. Were there entrances on that game? I don't think it was. I knew we had entrances on Warzone. And they came out to a fucking entrance movie and no theme. Well, they came out to a theme song, but the shit barely even played. But Attitude was kind of fun. WWF Attitude and WWF Warzone, same controls, same people. I mean, I had a lot of fun playing those. But then WWF SmackDown came out, and WWF SmackDown 2 Know Your Role came out. And I loved those games. I was ass at those games back in the day. But I went back to go play them, especially SmackDown 2 Know Your Role. I'm even better at the game than I was before. You know what I'm saying? I even tried doing the season mode. It's repetitive, but fun nonetheless. That's something I can just keep on playing over and over and over again. I started to do a walkthrough on that one of my old ass channels that I had 2 years ago, and I never even got started. I only got like one video up. It was part 1 of the season mode, and I was recording with my phone. I was getting ready to quit YouTube after that, because I wouldn't get no views, I wouldn't get no subs, I wouldn't get shit, because I only had like 18 subscribers. So I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna quit. I was off for about a month. Then I got back on, made a new YouTube channel, and that one didn't do so well either. Only had like 10 subscribers. So I quit again for about another month, and then finally decided to change, you know. I decided to change. I made a new YouTube channel, but I never got around to using it, you know. I wasn't really on that much. I was just on watching videos and shit. Then I made another channel, this one, and now it's doing good. 500 subscribers. God damn, y'all really love me. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to the video games. Sega Genesis. Go down the list once again. We got Power Rangers, Sonic 3D, WrestleMania Arcade, WWF WrestleMania Arcade, that is, WWF Royal Rumble, NFL Madden 98, Beavis and Butthead, Quackshot, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat. So, Power Rangers. I love the Power Rangers game, man. That game was fun as hell. Oh, man. Where do I start? I don't remember none of the levels. I don't remember anything from that game because I haven't played that shit in a while. But I love the dark levels, you know, because you get the, you know, the better enemies and shit, you know. You know, to me, the dark areas were the best. No golf shit, though. No golf shit. And I said golf. Golf. It's my accent. Y'all say goth, but I say golf. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South. That's how we say it. I'm from VA. Don't be shitting on my accent. Enough about Power Rangers. Sonic 3D, one of my favorite games in the Sega Genesis Sega Genesis industry. Why the fuck did I just say industry? Industry. One of my favorite games ever. You know, I love that. I was about to say more than I love Mario 3D. I love that just as much as I love Mario 3D. Mario 3D was like a free-based game, like a free world-based game. It's kind of like open world. You can do what the fuck you want. You didn't have to do the missions. Like, you can walk up to the missions. You know, like on GTA 5, you know, it's open world, and you can walk up to a mission if you wanted to. That's how Mario 3D World was. You can do what the fuck you wanted. That was like the first open world game in the Nintendo era. To me, that was like the first open world game because I didn't do shit but run around. You know what I'm saying? But Sonic 3D, that game was fun as hell. A lot more enemies than the last one that came out before that. I think it was a year before that because I think they released Sonic yearly. I think they released them like once a year, you know, one a year. Or it might have been two a year, I don't know. I think I had another Sonic game, it was called Sonic and Tails. The graphics were ass, but it was fun, you know. It was a 2D version of Sonic, but I think the 3D version was way better. The 2D version is kind of like a cell phone version or a computer version, you know what I'm saying? But the shit was still fun nonetheless. You know me, I say this all the time. I'm not a graphics kind of person. You know, if the graphics are too ass, then I don't know if I can play this game or not. But if the graphics are ass, but the game is fun, I don't give a fuck about the graphics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Sonic and Tails, that game was fun as hell. The graphics were ass, but I didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You had Sonic Anniversary on PS2. You had the same games from the Sega Genesis and the N64 industry. Those same exact games with enhanced levels. And I love that. They enhanced it. It was like Sonic Remastered. Every last game that came out. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't even a lot of Sonics that came out. But they put every last Sonic that came out on there. It was the Sonic Anniversary. I forgot what the actual name of it was. But I know it was an anniversary of Sonic. We got that on PS2. We still do. But yeah, Sonic 3D, fun game overall. I loved it. WrestleMania Arcade, cheese ass game. I was ass at the game. Same for WWF Royal Rumble. This is this is where the rage would start to happen. You know, these two games remind me of Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I think I said that at the beginning of the video. That game, those two games remind me of Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Same with WWF No Mercy on N64. I'm gonna talk about No Mercy in a second, but man, I would always lose my fucking mind every time I lost a match on WWF WrestleMania Arcade and WWF Royal Rumble. But I didn't care. I kept my cool, you know, because I still had fun playing the game, you know. I mean, that was when I was playing by myself. I would lose my fucking mind. But when I played with other people, I didn't give a fuck. I had fun, you know what I'm saying? Now, NFL Madden 98. I mentioned that the game wasn't that good as NFL Game Day 98. I mean, it was technically the same fucking game because it was the same damn controls. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, not the same controls. You know, the Sega Genesis controllers kind of, yeah. Yeah, I didn't like the Sega Genesis controller. When the PS1 came out, I was like, oh yes, I love this controller. This is way better than the Sega controller. But yeah, to me, my favorite controller is the Nintendo 64 controller, hands down. I love that controller. It was a big ass controller, and it had this one button in the back where you shoot your guns and shit on on 007 and shit. I love that controller. You know what I'm saying? It looked like one of those things that you know those weapons that Raphael has on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I still remember playing it on the original Xbox. I didn't really like anything on the original Xbox except the Matrix. I'm gonna talk about the original Xbox as well for the next one that I do about this. But yeah, well, it looks like Raphael's weapon upside down. You hold it like this, and then the middle part, you know, it's like shaped like this. You got slanted like that, this side slanted like that, then you got the middle, which is like this, like an upside down Illuminati triangle. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't pay attention to that shit. I just held the shit. And then you got the shoot button right here. You know what I'm saying? Did they have buttons like this? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, that explains why they had that button all the way in the back. Damn near to the bottom of the controller. Then they had one analog, and it was right in the middle of the fucking controller. Oh man! But you had the A, B, and C button like the NES and the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. You had the Y button. You had all that shit. You had the D-pad. And what? For real, I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just tending like a T.I. is. Again, shout out to Bernie Mac, God rest his soul. I say his catchphrases all the time now. I even quote him in my intro. I said that last video. How long I've been recording? 22 minutes. Damn. I thought we would have been at like the 30-minute mark so far. I mean, at this point. But anyway. Yeah. I think I kind of talked about NFL Madden 98 earlier in the video. I mean, I got shitted on in that game a lot. Same thing for NFL Game Day 98, but I didn't give a damn. But it's one game that I always play in the Sega Genesis. It was another football game where you play as mutants, and you got these big ass... No, I don't even think they had helmets. Did they? Yeah, I think they had helmets. I think they had these small ass helmets with these big ass shoulder pads with spikes coming out of it, like the Legion of Doom. You know what I'm saying? And you literally kill your fucking opponents. Not literally, but that game was fun as hell. And I won like every game I played on there. I only lost like 2. But every game I played, I win every fucking game. That game was that damn fun though. But I go back to playing NFL Madden 98 and NFL Game Day 98. I'm getting shitting on so much and I lose my fucking mind because I'm not getting what I want. I'm not getting what I want. I'm not getting the wins that I want. I do certain types of plays and I get shitted on. I get touchbacks and shit. I lose yards. You know, I get penalties. But damn, man. I don't think they had penalties in the old games, did they? I don't think they started getting penalties until Madden 2000, right? I don't know. Because I never got a penalty in Madden 98. Or Game Day 98. I don't think I had penalties. No. I never played Madden 2000. The first real Madden that I played, 3D Madden, was Madden 06. Madden 06, and then I got Madden 07 the year after. Actually, no, I got that from my cousin. Never had Madden 08. No. Did I have Madden 08? No, I got that on PSP. Same thing for Madden 09. Madden 10, I got that for PS2. I'm gonna say PS3. Got that for PS2. I had Madden 09 for PSP and DSi. Somebody stole my Madden on DSi and they stole my SmackDown vs. Raw 09. I'm still pissed about that. But those games were ass, for real. There's only one play I always did on the DSi version. That was a single back run. You know, it's the only thing that actually got me yardage and the only play that actually got me touchdowns and shit. All the other plays I did was fucking ass. I would always lose it, you know. And it's like Madden on the consoles, you know. You never get what the fuck you want. And that with the football games. The next game, Beavis and Butthead. It was exactly like the show, you know. Like like South Park: To Stick With You, the graphics, the texture of the whole game, it looks exactly like the show. Even though you playing the game, it still looks like you playing the show. Family Guy Back to the Multiverse, it looks like you actually playing the show, even though it looks kind of 3D. Um, you know, I mean, even the dialogue. Beavis and Butthead. When you sit on the couch, you watch those random videos like they do. They'd actually play the actual video, and you'll see Beavis and Butthead rocking out, doing this and shit. You see Butthead doing this. Yeah, Beavis going. Yeah, Butthead going. Oh, oh. I used to do impressions of them in school all the time back in the day, man. I used to love that. I used to annoy the hell out of my teacher. She's like, can you please be quiet? Can you please be quiet? I actually got put out of class for that. It wasn't because I was being bad. It's because I was making them damn sound effects. This was in kindergarten. Man. But yeah, that's Beavis and Butthead, though. Then you got Quackshot. Shit, Donald Duck had his own fucking game. This motherfucker's bigger than Mickey Mouse. He had his own game before Mickey Mouse did. That I know of. But Quackshot was kind of fun. This is before DuckTales got hot and popping. I said hot and popping. Before DuckTales got up and popping. You know? And to me, to this day, I still think Quackshot is better than DuckTales. If they was gonna, why not just go? Yeah, I feel that if they was gonna remaster a game, they should remaster Quackshot. They should have remastered Quackshot instead of DuckTales. You know, because to me, DuckTales really all that good. I'm not really a fan of DuckTales. I like Quackshot better. You know what I'm saying? Especially because it was on the Sega Genesis. What was DuckTales on? I don't even think I played that game. Was that on PS1 or was that on N64? Because I know it wasn't on the Super Nintendo. It damn sure went on the NES. There was some games that I played similar to DuckTales on the Dreamcast, but I don't remember the names of them. I don't remember none of the games I played on Dreamcast. There's only 2 games I remember playing on Dreamcast. There was this game that was like Tekken. You know, it was like Tekken, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter. You know, it was like Killer Instinct, but it only wasn't Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct's ass, by the way. The free version. I'm going to explain that in another video. But the game was fun as hell. I didn't give a fuck who the characters was. I didn't know none of the characters, but they were fun as hell. I knew all the moves. You know what I'm saying? I still don't remember none of the characters. But that's one of the games. And then I played this zombie game, which is kind of like Resident Evil, but it wasn't. So those are the only 2 games I really played on Dreamcast. Other than that, I don't know what else I played on there. I didn't give a fuck about the Dreamcast. Dreamcast looked like a fat ass PS1 and a big ass GameCube. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is white. Oh man. Yeah. After Quackshot, I got Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Street Fighter was fun as hell. Street Fighter is one of the main reasons why I like Saints Row 4. A lot of people say that Saints Row 4 is weird as hell. Yeah, even though the game is weird, it got a Street Fighter feel into it. I mean, why did I say that? They actually added a Street Fighter feature to it, like in the middle of the game. Like you're gonna go say, not the middle. What the fuck, man? Not the no, not the middle of the game. I'm thinking of when you go save Matt Miller, or whatever the fuck his name is. No, exactly when you go save Gat. Or somebody. I think it's Gat. No spoiler for those who haven't played the game. But it's when you go save Gat. And because, in this game, you got to save all the saints. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you. You got to spoil. You got to save all the saints. And they all got you in these fucked up positions. You know what I'm saying? But you're in the simulation the whole fucking game. You come in and out of the simulation throughout the game, but you're mostly in the simulation. But you go save Gat, and they got this little Street Fighter part, which brings back so many memories, man. I love that part of nostalgia that they had in that game, yo. I love that part. That's actually my favorite part of the game, for real, for real. All the other shit can just kick rocks and eat shit. The the Street Fighter part was the best part, hands down. You know what I'm saying? And I hope they do these. I hope they do that in future games. You know what I'm saying? And not just in one game. I hope they do that in future games. Mortal Kombat. I love Mortal Kombat to death. Mortal Kombat 9. They came out last year for PS3. That game is buns, yo. Why the fuck did they make Shiva so goddamn hard to beat? Why the hell did they make Quan Chi so damn cheese, man? Why the fuck did they make Shao Kahn so hard to beat? He hit your ass in 3 shots, you dead. Same thing for Kentaro. This motherfucker hits you 3 times, you dead. You hit this motherfucker like 10 times. You hit this motherfucker with a combo with biscuits, honey on the side and everything. Shout out to X Money. It only takes like this little smidge of health off this motherfucker. All of a sudden, you get hit 3 times with this motherfucker. He does like this, like Rip Torn on Killer Instinct, and you dead. Like, what the fuck? I'm glad I didn't get that game. Instead, I got Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe because you don't cheat. They don't cheese that much on that game. I love that game. Even though I haven't played it in like 2 years since I got it. Out there on my own money, but that's an underrated game for real though. Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Nobody really plays that as much as they used to when it first came out. Same as Quackshot. I think that's an underrated game. Nobody really plays that. Nobody really played that when it first came out. You know what I'm saying? That's underrated for real. But yeah, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Even though those were fun games, we ran into a lot of bullshit playing those games. Especially in Mortal Kombat, we ran into that bitch with the Rihanna bathing suit, the purple Rihanna bathing suit and the long ass white hair. This bitch was the true definition of I whip my hair back and forth. Because this bitch would literally attack you with her hair. She would I think it's one of her signature moves, like WWE and shit. She'll take her hair and just wrap your whole goddamn body up like a fucking snake and just go boom, slam your ass. I hated that shit so goddamn much. Then you got Shiva throwing us up in the air, jumping up with you and punching your ass on the ground or stepping on your ass on the ground. I hated that bitch too. I'm still laughing to this day. R.W.J said, like, bitch, you got 3 titties and 2 toes. Oh no, he said you got 2 toes and 3 titties. Yeah, that's what he said. That shit was hilarious though. But anyway, enough about that. Now let's get to the good shit. N64. That's Super Mario 3D World, Mario Kart, Diddy Kong Racing, The Legend of Zelda, both of them. 007 GoldenEye, the original. When the tires fuck ups. In the original James Bond, by the way. Star Fox, WWF New Mercy, No Mercy. And it was this one snowboarding game that me and my cousin used to play, with penguins and shit. I forgot the name of the game, but the game was fun as hell. Me and them played that shit all the time. Start with Super Mario. I loved it. Fucking loved it. One part that I had a lot of problems with is, trying to jump over those little ditches. Like, you walk in and they got the little doom 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 doom. See this little hole that goes in no fucking where. Fall in there, you die. So you got to jump over it, but sometimes Mario does some extra shit like Assassin's Creed and falls in that motherfucker. Or sometimes it's an enemy right there and you can't hit that motherfucker unless you, grown from, what was it, the little snail thing? I said snail. The little turtle thing? I forgot what that was called. But to jump on those and you grow tall and you can easily kill enemies, I love that game. You can still play Super Mario on the Wii U and the Wii, but nobody really plays the Wii. The Wii is not man, who the fuck still plays the Wii? Let me ask you that now. Who still plays the Wii? The only thing good on the Wii is Wii Fitness and Wii Sports. That's it. And Mario. And Diddy Kong, they got that. I don't know everything that came out with that, but Wii Sports is the only thing that's really good to me. And Mario Kart, that's about it. Everything is fucking trash. Spider-Man 3 on the Wii was fucking trash. I replayed that shit on the PS2, and I had a lot of fun. I had a better experience playing that shit on the PS2 than I did on the PS3. Cause I was pressing the right buttons on the Wii when I was trying to swing and shit, and this motherfucker would not swing at all. I played on the PS2. I'm having the time of my life. You know what I'm saying? What's the difference between these consoles? Yeah. Super Mario was a shit though. Mario 3D World, this is like the first open world game of the last gen era, before GTA even came out. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say this is open world is because you can run around and do random shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to go straight to the mission right away. You can just run around and do random shit. You can chill by the water. You can chill in the grass. You can, I don't know, just do random shit. Just do what the fuck you feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? Like Pac-Man 3D was. You pretty much do what the fuck you want, on PS2. That's how Mario 3D World was on N64. You just do what the fuck you want, This is it's like GTA for kids. People say Bully is GTA for kids. No, Mario 3D World is GTA for kids, and you don't actually kill anybody. That's the thing. But I love Mario 3D World, though. Because the graphics were amazing for one. This is like one of the first games. This is like one of the first games that comes in a cartridge. Yeah, I remind you, not a disc, but a cartridge. For the Nintendo 64. And the graphics were that fucking amazing. Same for Sonic 3D and Sega Genesis. The graphics were amazing. And I was surprised by that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these games from back in the day the graphics were ass. But you know me, like I said, I'm not a graphics kind of person. Unless the graphics are like too shitty to the point where I can't play the fucking game. Yeah. But I'm not a graphics kind of person. I mean, I play Red Dead Revolver. I play Red Dead Revolver. For God's sakes, the graphics are ass in that game, but they made it ass on purpose. I mean, that's Rockstar for you. I mean, it's supposed to be a Western style game. They made the graphics ass for a reason. Say Red Dead Redemption. Graphics ain't all that good on that game. Graphics is ass. But it's still a good game. GTA 4, same thing. GTA 5 on last gen, same thing. Graphics ain't all that good. Now since the next gen version is out. I mean, when GTA 5 first came out on the last gen consoles, we didn't give a fuck how bad the graphics were. We didn't give a fuck how good the graphics were. We just cared about the gameplay. We just cared about playing online. We didn't give a shit about the graphics. We was so fucking hyped about the damn heist. And that shit got pushed back for 2 fucking years. And now we finally get a release date. March 10th. Now I'd be damned if they pushed that shit back again. I mean, they pushed it back a couple months ago and they gave us a Snow DLC. Next gen only. That was bullshit, man. Bullshit. But we finally getting the heist. But what if these heists are some bullshit, though? That's a question you should be asking. What if heists is bullshit? What if they rip you off with this shit? Because you've seen the leaks. You've seen that on the first heist, the whole crew splits 1.5 million. But what if we don't really get that much, though? That's a question worth asking. Because I don't know if we'll actually get 1.5 million for the whole crew and we split that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, do each of us get 750 million or something? Oh, I said 750 million. 750,000 or something? You know what I'm saying? Because, no, that's a 750,000. I think the most people you can have in a crew for heist, I think it's about 6 people. So if you split 1.5 million, I'd say each of us get like 250,000 tops. That's mental math right there, bro. Mental math. Yeah. You don't believe me? Divide that shit. 250,000. No, I said divide that shit. 250,000 times 6. Multiply that shit right now. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and multiply that shit and see what I get. If I'm close to 1.5 million, you owe me $5,000. It's exactly 1.5 million. Only $5,000. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So we get to mental math works. This is how I passed, man. I never went to summer. I told you I went to summer school from 6th grade all the way to 12th, but I never told you that I went for math. I never went for math. It was always English and science. That was it. It's exactly 1.5 million. Mental math fucking works, so. Meanwhile, my sister right here having a hard time with that shit because every time the teacher asks her a question like, "What?" Calling the next student, "Help Jasmine, please." Bitch, you gonna call my name out like that and embarrass me in front of the whole class? Telling this motherfucker right next to me to help me out. He just as dumb as me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, teachers do stupid shit like that all the time. Just try to embarrass you in class. You know what I'm saying? But I got used to that shit though. But teachers don't embarrass you in class as much as your parents do. Your parents actually whoop your ass in front of your class. I did that shit twice. Yeah, beat my ass in class in kindergarten. You know, because I was a little freak back in the day when I was 5. I was filling the girls' panties and shit. I'm gonna talk about that in another video. That'll be another episode of Reminiscing with Jay. But time I got my ass whooped in class. Anyway, in this video here soon. Yeah, we're 41 minutes in. I ain't even need for it to go this line. I keep going off topic. Yeah, Mario 3D World. Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart, even though I kept getting my ass busted. Pause, though. Same with Diddy Kong Racing, man. Diddy Kong Racing was 10 times better than Mario Kart back in the N64 days. I mean, we played that way more than Mario Kart. I mean, my cousin actually lost his Mario Kart and we couldn't even find the shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's all we really had was Diddy Kong Racing. And that game was fun as shit. And, goddamn, man, if I don't get a Nintendo 64 emulator, hold on, wait, I just researched a couple hours ago. They still selling N64s online. Them motherfuckers is $60. I'm gonna get me one. I'm getting me one of those, and I'm gonna get me another Sega Genesis. And I want to go back and play these old games. I'm also gonna get me a gaming PC, and I'm gonna download the N64 emulator, download the PS2 emulator, the Sega Genesis emulator, even the PS1 emulator, and I'm gonna play those games and do walkthroughs on the motherfuckers. One thing I'm gonna focus on is the Legend of Zelda. I'm gonna play both of those. I'm also gonna play through the original 007 GoldenEye, which I had a lot of fun playing, but I raised a lot. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Star Fox is another one of them. I fucking love this game as a kid, man. Even though I hated the dialogue in the game, like the voices are so fucking annoying, but the game is so addictive that I just couldn't stop playing. You know, but WWF why the fuck do I keep saying New Mercy? WWF No Mercy. WWF No Mercy was so damn cheesy. The game was ass, but I like that this is the first wrestling game where we can actually create a superstar. The only downfall about it is that we couldn't even use, you know, real music. We could only use other superstars' music. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about like the soundtracks on the game. You couldn't use the soundtracks on the game. Like on WWE 2K15, that's ass. Can't use the soundtracks on the game. Like I wanted to use the song "Working" by Big Smoke because I love that song. You know what I'm saying? I mean, where do you see country? Where the hell do you see country dudes rapping and shit? I love that song, man. That's the only song I love on that game besides "This Means War" by Avenged Sevenfold. And I find out something kind of funny though. Avenged Sevenfold, their song "This Means War" has such resemblance by that song of the song "Sad But True" by Metallica. I mean, this shit sounds so fucking similar from the beginning to end. Only thing that's different is the sound of the song and the lyrics. That's the only thing that's different. Anyway, let me get off that subject. But yeah, Diddy Kong Racing was a fun ass game for real. Zelda, that too. You know, Zelda to me was like the very first Assassin's Creed. This is before Assassin's Creed, before even fuck. Zelda is like Assassin's Creed before it even became a hit. You know what I'm saying? Assassin's Creed didn't come out until the mid 2000s. You know, Assassin's Creed 1, I think that came out 2006. then Assassin's Creed 2 in '07, and then Assassin's Creed 3, which is the worst one of them all, because Connor was such a fucking boring ass character. They came out in 2008, I think. Then you got Black Flag, which came out. I don't remember when Black Flag came out, but I love Black Flag. Even though I raised a lot playing that game because of the stupid shit that went down. I'll talk about that in another video as well. Edward is one of my favorite characters. I like Ezio. I like Edward. I like Arno, but then again, I don't like Arno. I mean, the dude is kind of boring, but then again, he's not. I mean, what can I say? He was hitting the leads, right? I mean, I want to know what does Elise see in Arno, but I guess his good looks. Man, he's a good kisser, and I got good dick, pause. But I don't know what she's seeing there, man. But that's British people for you. If that is British people, I don't know if that's British people or not. But Elise is a bad bitch for real. Now, that's one of my favorite cutscenes on Unity is when she was trying to get this dude to talk about who killed her father or about the weapon that killed her father. He said, I'm not talking. She just came in there with the gun out, shot this bitch in the face. And she said, if you're not going to talk, then you're going to write. I'm like, oh shit, thug life. Like, that was some real shit right there. I love that shit, man. No spoilers, though. I'm trying not to spoil the game. Anyway, but that's what I think Zelda is. Zelda is kind of like the early day Assassin's Creed. You know what I'm saying? Then you got 007 GoldenEye. 007 GoldenEye is a fun game. I love that game, man. And GoldenEye Reloaded, even though GoldenEye Reloaded on PS3 is the same game as the original 007 GoldenEye on N64, it doesn't match the quality. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same game to me, you know? I mean, even though they did add some new shit to it, it's not the same fucking game. It doesn't have that same feel, you know? The game is not addictive. It's underrated, but it's not an addictive game. It damn sure ain't a console seller. So if anybody tries to defend that in the comments section, kill yourself. That is not a console seller. That game is buns, yo. That game is doodle. But 007 GoldenEye has its flaws, like when you meet in the town and you gotta get her to the generator room or whatever the fuck you gotta get her to. And her dumb ass runs right in front of the goddamn enemy that I'm trying to shoot at. It's either the enemy shoots at her or I accidentally shoot her because of her stupid ass shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? But that's like the only problem I have with the game. But the fun parts of the game is when I get to sneak up behind motherfuckers and shoot them in the ass and they go like, oh! Or if I'm like far away from them, they looking like right in front of me like, go away. I put my gun out, shoot them in the dick like, oh! Like their facial expressions is funny as hell, man. I used to love that shit. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. So I wasted a lot of time, but I just had a lot of shit to say. I talked about Star Fox. It's not a lot I remember from Star Fox, but I did have fun playing that game. That's why I didn't say much about Star Fox. But the only games I played the most out of was Mario 3D World, Diddy Kong Racing, Zelda, both of them, the Legend of Zelda. It was two different ones, two different storylines. And I think I only played one of them. I do kind of want to play the second one, though. Play the first one. 007 GoldenEye, WWF WWF No Mercy, Star Fox, Power Rangers on Sega Genesis, Sonic 3D, Beavis and Butthead, Quackshot, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. On the PS1, Need for Speed V-Router 2, GTA 2, Spyro, WWF Attitude, Warzone, SmackDown 2, Know Your Role. That's about it. For now. That's all I can remember right now. Hair in my mouth? That's all I can remember for right now. I'm going to do a part 2 to this video and talk about some more games. I'm also going to do games from the original Xbox and PS2. And there's a lot of games I love playing on the PS2. And I still do love playing them to this day, even though I haven't played them in like 5 years. Anyway, let me know in the comment section some of the games that y'all played growing up. You know, PS1, Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64. On those three consoles. Don't talk about nothing from the PS2 or the PS3 or anything like that. No. And I know handheld consoles either. I don't give a fuck about those. I'm talking about like real consoles. You know what I'm saying? Minus the Wii. Because the Wii is ass. Only thing good on there is the Wii Sports and Wii Fitness. That's it. Yeah. But anything from PS1, Sega Genesis, N64, Super Nintendo, NES, and anything that came out before that. Dreamcast as well. Yeah, let me know in the comment section below. With that being said, this is your boy Jay Honovi signing off. Peace out.